And then,
I could do awkward.
Oh, yeah, you can do awkward.
Thanks, Dad.
There you go.
Oh, good. Great.
Great.
We were delighted to share with you not only the gospel of God, but our lives as well. It's like, as youth leaders, as people ministering to the youth, we share with them the gospel.
Oh, yeah.
We give them these teachings. But as a part of that, because we love them so much, we share our lives with them as well.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Brendan.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Good, man.
My youth pastor, the youth pastor I'm working for, / internship boss / mentor / friend /
That's a lot of
things. You're a lot of things. Many different things.
I have been told I am a handful sometimes.
Yeah? Yeah. Well, from one squirrel to the master squirrel. How's it going?
Oh, dude, let me tell you. These squirrels, you know what? Sometimes we find a good spot to land, perch in a tree,
Yeah.
and just hang out. And sometimes we're all over the place. Today, we're good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just on my squirrely path. When I'm when I'm doing ministry with you, I'm always reminded of just the way that God's brought me to youth ministry. And it is so interesting. I don't know about you, but for me, it was just a whole roller coaster because I made it a roller coaster.
Oh.
Yeah, God was he was trying to tell me, hey, just do this. And I kept pushing it off that's not what I want to do. So surely that's not what you want me to do. Yeah, I was not submitting.
So how did you get called to ministry?
Interestingly enough, I came to Christ through medical field reasoning, apologetics, and all this logical stuff, right? Yeah. So my heart originally was in the medical field. I was going to go, I figured, on occupational therapy. So I was even taking these other courses in high school, had a little bit of an accelerated level to go learn this. And I'm in college now. I'm a freshman. I'm doing this dual degree, doing my religious stuff because I care about God, but also doing a dual degree for an occupational therapy. And I'm like, what? This is so great. But then everything started turning into youth ministry. God led me to do work with CIY, led me to some different youth groups, and almost all of my time was taken up by youth ministry, this thing I hadn't really thought about before. I was like, this is really interesting. Well, I guess I'm going to still pursue the medical field. And then that ended horribly.
Right.
Yeah, I had some credits mess up and wasn't able to fully track down the dual degree program for some fault of my own. And I started thinking, man, is youth ministry actually the way for me to go? And then God said, yeah, it is. You should have been doing that maybe a year ago already. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I got into it and I realized, wow, what I was really seeking in the medical field was to see others get better, right? There was this want to see others grow closer to what's good for them. And then I realized that same yearning is exactly why I love youth ministry. This want to see students understand who God is to them and understand, wow, God's more important than playing Fortnite. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have a few students in mind right now that need to know that. Yeah.
There are probably going to be a lot more in the youth ministry world that, whenever we point them to Jesus or bring up Jesus, right? They have all the memes, all the brain rot terms that we hear junior hires say, and yes, and no, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. I think I had a different call to ministry than you. So
really,
yeah. So whenever I grew up in the church. I attended the church across the street from my house, starting in 4th grade.
Could you just walk there?
Yeah, I literally walked there on Sunday mornings.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, right?
So you had no excuse to miss church
I really
ever.
had none. My friends would call me.
That's a blessing and a curse.
It really kind of is. Yeah, there was one day where I was young, and I was it was after Sunday school, just got done, whatever else, and I was sitting in church, and I was just I don't want to be here. And I just got up and I walked home. And, my parents were like, why are you doing home so early? I was like, I just didn't want to be at church today. I went to Sunday school. Good enough for right now.
That's funny.
Right? I got a text from a friend like, wow, like, dude, what the heck? What are you doing? But anyways, but yeah, whenever I would sleep in, I had friends text me like all the time or call me like, hey man, why aren't you at church? Where are you? You better
like
get
some
here.
Good friends.
Really? I think one threatened to come to my bedroom and get me. Like
he could have just walked. How far of a walk was this?
Oh boy, dude!
We talking matter of minutes?
More like a minute. Like,
oh my goodness!
Like I could walk through my parents' front yard, look both ways before crossing the street as one should, walk down the church driveway, and I could just knock on my youth minister's door or my children's minister's door because his office and the preacher's office had doors leading outside, and so you didn't have to go through the office. Wow,
that's really sick. So I'm guessing, was your parents' house ever like the place to hang out? Youth, or
sometimes, right there? Sometimes. Oh yeah, like sometimes we had bonfires, whatever else. Yeah. And then other times we would just go hang out at the church parking lot, or they had like a little bit of a field behind the parking lot, and we'd play ultimate frisbee and stuff like that. And so,
the best game.
Oh yeah. My youth minister, every Wednesday in the summer, we had ultimate frisbee. Yeah, it got intense.
That sounds really fun. It sounds like maybe some concussions, possibly. But
there was a lot of.
I play rough.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of arguments. There was a lot of heated discussions. Yeah. Regarding who could throw the frisbee better, but all of it got settled whenever we would just pile up in some cars and we'd go to Sonic and get some slushies and stuff to
Sonic, the place where many arguments go to die.
Really, it is. Yeah, really.
But growing up in the church like that, being that close to the church, I'm curious what kind of impact that had on your faith and your development with Christ. That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, and so growing up in the church, really, a lot of us who grew up in the church, we think like, man, this is such a boring testimony. I wasn't addicted to this, that, or the other, or I was living my life this way, then I found Jesus, right? Mm-hmm. And we were like, man, like, I have a boring testimony. But really, it's not that boring, because a lot of people who grew up in the church nowadays walk away. Yeah. Right? And so growing up in the church, being connected with the body of Christ like that for so long, like, I have some deep roots of like, all right, I know the church political game, or I know that people are broken, but the body of Christ is still good. Yeah. And so my youth minister, my youth and children's minister, Tim Yules, who, man, he sadly passed away 2019, 2020. And so he was very foundational for my walk with Jesus. Like, I remember we went to a CIY Believe. Shout out CIY Believe when it was RIP. Yeah. Really.
Rest in peace.
Right. I hope our friends at CIY hear this. In fact, I might send it to them.
So that'd be good. Right. They'd see my face and be like, I didn't know they knew each other.
I think some people will. They're like, that fits.
Okay. That fits. Maybe. Those two are weird enough to know each other.
Yeah. Both squirrels.
Both squirrels.
Yes.
Like two squirrels in a tree.
Yes. Sitting there. Watching the world go by.
Yeah.
Anyways. So, growing up in church, went to CIY, and I remember just asking my children's minister, like big theological questions of a junior higher could ask. Right. Of where did God come from? Or, like how do we know all of this is real? Like all this stuff, right? And I remember like thinking I was such a bad Christian or such a bad kid. Like, I just like broke down. I was like,
for having those thoughts?
Yes. Yeah. Right? I was like, I'm a terrible person, like whatever. Because like I saw all these like men of faith be strong, and like all the elders at my church and deacons and the preacher, my youth minister be like these strong, wise men. And I'm like, I have these doubts. Oh no, like I'm not gonna be
They've never doubted at all.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Completely untrue. And so my youth minister reassured me of that, and he encouraged me to go home and get a notebook, write down any of these questions I had, and walk across the street at any point when he was there at the office and come chill out, hang out, and ask these questions, and we would dig into them together. And I was like,
that sounds awesome.
Oh. Yeah. And so I was like, man, like we really, like, he was such an influential person in my life. And so I remember walking across the street in the summer. busy time of year, and I would just chill on the couch in his office, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's life?
All I'm saying is, man, youth pastors' office couches are the comfiest things ever.
You know what? There is a comfiness to it.
I took a nap on yours just this last Sunday.
I know. You've taken plenty of naps, which is fine.
Yeah.
Right? There was one day I was not feeling good in the office, and I definitely crashed for a couple hours, but yeah, the preacher who was there at the time was like, I get it. I've been there. I'm like, okay, thank you. And so he told me to go home and sleep, though. I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Like, take a sick day. I was like, okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my youth minister, Tim, really poured into me. Then I had two different youth ministers growing up in high school, my junior and senior year, Josh Captain and Matt Porritt. Josh is currently serving as a preacher in Indiana, and Matt Porritt is currently serving as a preacher at Harvester's O'Fallon campus.
I know the church.
Yeah. And so, good old Matt Porritt, Josh Captain, man, love those guys.
Wow.
Really poured into me more and just wanted me to serve. At one point, for my youth minister, Matt, my senior year, it was me, my friend Brian, and Julie, and we were like the core 3 students who were always there. It also helped I lived across the street. Yeah,
you didn't really have an excuse not to be there. So they really encouraged you to get into serving?
Oh, yeah. So if I flash back a little bit, throw it back a little bit to CIY Move 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
2011. I was like 8. I was like 8 years old.
Yeah. So I just graduated 8th grade. I was going into my freshman year of high school. Went up to Holland, Michigan.
Wow.
Yep. And I remember Jason French preaching a sermon about staying hungry for God. And he had a steak up on stage.
Jason with a steak on stage.
Oh, yes.
Doesn't surprise me.
Oh, right. And so here's this guy cooking a steak up on stage.
Oh, he's cooking it.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's grilling it. Yeah.
Oh.
So you get the aroma of the steak and whatever else, and people are just like...
I would not be paying attention to the message.
Right. Everyone else is like mouths drooling, just like hunger or whatever. Like there's this nice little sirloin.
I feel bad for any vegans that were in the audience.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know if veganism was a thing back then or if I may not have known it. Like, it could have been. Sorry for any vegans out there. But freshman year, Brendan did not know any better.
Yeah.
Like, I was a meat and potatoes kind of guy.
You were about to rush that stage.
Oh, I really was. Right. I think they had like a security personnel team like right in front.
Probably.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so talk about staying hungry for God. And just, it was really, really impactful. And I was like, wow, staying hungry for God. Like there's this drive, there's this desire to keep growing and keep going. And man, it was such a weird experience, and I felt like the room went dark and it was just me and like Jason up on stage talking. And I remember like looking at my friends left and right, and I felt like it was like slow motion action scenes in movies and like Matrix-ish or whatever. Like, whoa, like this is weird. And I just remember God pushing me and calling me to like go do ministry, go do vocational ministry. And I was like, oh, I was like, this is a weird feeling. I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? God, are you sure? Me?
Yeah, for real.
Bro.
You sound like Moses.
Right. Like,
are you sure? Are you sure?
Are you sure about this? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Right. Ironically, we just talked about Moses the other night at youth group too.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that. I was there.
No, you were. It's okay. You were in the back serving. You were cleaning up stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, anyways, and so talked to my youth minister, and I was like, hey, I think I want to be in ministry. I want to do ministry. And he's like, really? And he's like, I think I felt this little tug. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah.
He's like, really? You?
Yeah, right.
Like, that's what I thought.
Really? I mean, really? Yeah. And so then I remember calling him Jason Ishmael, the preacher at the church at the time.
Ishmael, that's a cool name.
Oh, yeah. And so Jason, I called him. He's like, man, I knew you were going to go into ministry. I just knew it. And I was like,
what are you talking about?
How do these two guys, how do these two dudes know that someone is called into ministry? What? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I just started getting plugged in and serving. I helped a lot with VBS and children's church stuff. I did
VBS is where it starts.
It really is.
Yeah.
I was in charge of games and the recreation, and so when I got into high school, I was in charge of the games. Like I got to pick them, I got to run them, I got all the stuff set up. I had to get the lemonade and the water set up for the, if we went outside, the water balloons, everything. I was like, man, if this is youth ministry, like I could do this forever. Youth ministry is not all games. I've learned.
Yeah,
we can get into that too, but. Yeah, so I just got plugged in. I remember helping my youth minister make, like, not costumes, but, like, designs and crafts and stuff for camp, like church camp.
That sounds pretty
so,
fun.
like, we would get a projector, and we would have the design up on a piece of plywood, draw it out with a Sharpie, pencil, whatever. We would cut it out, and then we would, like, sand it down, whatever. We would paint it, outline it with the black Sharpie, whatever, and really make them pop. And so, like, we made some characters from other big name, movie productions.
Yeah,
and
I don't want to get copyright
studio.
on here.
Yeah, we don't want to get copyrighted and anything like that. And so, that was a really cool thing. I was like, wow, like, man, I really wanted to work with my hands. Like as a kid, like I loved it. Like my grandparents owned a shop where they worked on washers and dryers and appliances, and that's what my dad did. Like, so I remember working with my hands. And so, other kids, whenever they're growing up, they get, like little. I don't know, knickknacks and different little, kids nowadays have tablets, whatever. When I was a kid, which makes me sound really old, my grandpa gave me a cardboard box, a hammer, some screwdrivers, screws, and nails, and said, figure out which one goes to which, and put them in the box. Oh. So, like, I had a little cardboard box, and on the side were, like, nails, and one side there was, like, Phillips head screws in it, and then flatheads, and so... That was my toy. Like, I remember playing with those as a kid. And so, and yeah, had Lincoln Logs and Legos hilarious. And all of this other stuff. And so,
yeah,
I was like, man, youth ministry could be working with your hands too. Huh. Okay. And then, man, I remember my youth minister, Josh, had me and him work on a sermon together. And it's really funny because, like, if you go to Countryside up in Kirksville now, you'll probably see me in a pair of blue jeans and a polo for church. Well, as a kid, this church service, I was, like, in a tux. Like, I was in a suit, like, dress pants, got the tie, the button-up, the jacket.
Did you even wear a suit at your wedding?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
That was, you have to there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, what is this?
I can only imagine this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Right? It didn't fit, whatever else. And, like, I already look really young. I even looked younger, whatever else. And so a lot of people at church were like, oh, look at that little kid, like, doing his thing with Josh. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, did some preaching, whatever else. Matt really wanted me to do lessons for camp and youth group on Wednesday nights. And so I remember talking, we were talking about the Holy Spirit. We called them ghost stories. And so I got to do a sermon on Moses being, and like Moses, not the burning bush, but the pillar of fire and smoke. And so that was a lot of fun. And man, I just realized that youth ministry is really important, and kids need to have an adult in their life to just point them to Jesus and remind them. I was just listening to a podcast, and a big impactful thing for students to remain in faith and remain in the church and whatever else is having some adults who aren't their parents impact them for Jesus. And so
because they could be hearing it from their parents all day long, and they hear it from someone else, and they're like, oh, I guess this is important,
right? Yeah. And so a lot of I've seen in ministry, and my friends will say it, and I've heard stories, is like, talking to parents and be like, if your kid comes home and says something that you've said 100 times and I said it once and it's impactful, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to repeat about 90% of what you just told your kid.
Yeah.
But, coming from me, it might be that driving force or something. But either way, like, supporting parents and stuff. But, yeah, man, youth ministry is a whole lot of fun. Got called at an early age, going into high school, and just have stuck with it, I did my undergrad at a place called St. Louis Christian College, RIP.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's where my preacher went. That's where my youth and children's minister went for the longest time. That's where Matt Porrett went. And so I was like, this place trained up great leaders who I knew. I'm like, I'm going to go there.
Yeah.
And so
it turned up another good leader.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Remains to be seen. But, man, hearing the way that you came to ministry, you came into that, and just your foundation of where it really began was, I have all these questions, and I'm just going to bring them to my youth minister. And just that importance there of having someone to bring that to.
Oh, yeah.
And then with me, the way I came to Christ and really got involved was first studying all these big questions as well. And wow, it just, what I've seen at youth group as well, there seems to be this common thing that kids have a lot of questions. And they often ask questions that'll surprise you, because they're not just always thinking about Fortnite and whatever kids think about these days. There are moments in students' lives where they realize, where things just hit them all of a sudden. What is the meaning of this? Right? And at this stage of life, this formation is very important. And yeah, like you said, it's imperative that they have someone to ask these questions to that's a reliable source. And I feel like that's been one of my biggest driving motivators for serving in the youth.
Oh yeah.
Is to make sure that they do have answers, or at least have someone to bring these to. And just, I think the most important thing as youth leaders or youth ministers, people who serve this generation of the church, to this younger generation, is that creating this atmosphere where they can safely ask questions.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. A big part of youth ministry is having those adults pour into students, right?
Right.
But it's also, man, encouraging those adults to be like, hey, like,
yeah,
you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have some, complex whatever.
Yeah.
All these students need to know is that there is another adult in the church besides mom and dad, or maybe mom and dad don't even go to church.
Right.
But there is another adult here who loves me for who I am, who wants to point me to Jesus, and wants to see me grow.
Yeah.
A really big, a big shout out to Mama Nance.
Yeah.
As you may know, Mama Nance. Oh man, what a legendary human. Honestly.
One of the best youth leaders I've experienced. Right.
So Mama Nance's history, when we first got to Countryside, she lost her husband, like within the first 4 months of us being there.
I just recently learned about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was looking for another female sponsor to go to CIY. And this was back in 2022. And I said, hey, Nancy, would you go to CIY with us? And she was like, let me pray about it. I'm sure the answer is yes, but let me pray about it. And I was like, all right, no problem.
I was just graduating high school at this time.
That is absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, man, Mama Nance said yes. Like, I would love to go. She was like, I'm really nervous. I don't know how good I will be, but yes, I'll go. And I was like, Nancy, all you have to do is love on these students and be there, Yeah. And so there's there's a really fun story of, I don't know if I should share it, but I'm going to. So sorry.
At least we're not on camera.
Yeah. But, we had a student really going through a hard time, losing a friend. They were best friends growing up, and the friend was being a jerk. And
by losing, you mean like the relationship just...
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the friend didn't want to be their friend anymore. And so was being kind of a jerk at school, whatever else. Yeah. And then Mama Nance, this sweet, sweet lady.
Very sweet.
Has been a first grade teacher for years. And
so a lot of patience.
A lot of patience. Looks at this high schooler and goes, oh, sweetie, do I need to beat them up for you?
Yo, what? I would have never expected to hear that.
Oh my gosh, brother. It was so hilarious.
That's hilarious and terrifying at the same time.
Really is. Like, can you imagine Mama Nance just cracking her knuckles and just like, all right, it's go time. Let's go, man.
Oh, sweetie, should I grab a brick? What the heck?
I'm going to grab a Jesus brick.
Yeah.
Hit them in the head.
Wow.
I don't know.
I feel like sometimes that's what you need to hear from your youth leaders too, is that, hey, we're going to be loving. But this, I'm going to help you through it.
Dude, it was... so after small groups was done, Mama Nance walked up to me and goes, Brendan, I think I messed up. I was like, no. What do you mean? What do you mean you messed up? What? And she goes, well, the student was telling me about this problem, and man, I was just getting really tired of it. And I said, do you need me to beat him up for you? And I kid you not, just busted up laughing. And I was like, you did not. She was, I really did. Like, Brendan, I think I messed up. And
I'm
I said,
bringing this up to her Sunday.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Please. And I was like, Mom and Nance, you didn't mess up. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I was like, the golden, like, image of a volunteer right now. Just
yeah. Maybe there is a better answer, but with my fallen human nature, I would say that's the best answer I could have given.
Honestly, like, it cracked up all the girls in the group, and it cracked up just, like, all the leaders. And we were like, this is amazing. And so what was really awesome was that I didn't have to recruit her to be a volunteer. The students did.
Really?
Yeah, the students looked at her and was like, you're sticking around for youth group in the fall, right? And like, wow. Yes. And so, man, I've also, youth ministry is not only just about the students, but also helping out your volunteers. Mm-hmm. And so, man, Mama Nance is an absolutely legend of a volunteer. I've gone to conferences and other CIY events, and I brag on her a little bit, and it has been noted and said that every youth ministry needs a Mama Nance. And I was like, amen.
Wow. So what is, I mean, just bragging on Mama Nance and talking about her, this amazing youth leader, what is one thing that stands out with the way that she does youth ministry you think everybody needs to practice?
Oh, man, dude. It just, honestly, just showing that you love the students and just rolling with it. And you don't need to know all the answers. You don't even need to fit in necessarily, right? You don't need to fit into this little mold, but like just showing these students, no matter walk of life they come from, that there's a volunteer, there's this person who loves Jesus and who's going to love them.
Yeah, I mean, that's so beautiful with the body of Christ in that sense, is that these students go through many different things. Mm-hmm. Lives look very different. Yeah. Right? Their home life could look very different. Mm-hmm. They could be going through different things at school. And then you have a leader, on the other hand, who has gone through many different things, has already lived their life pretty much, and they just look at these students look at them, and they say, Jesus loves us, and let's talk about that. Let's do life with that. That's something really beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And so, man, ministry it's been a blast. And then in 2022, so my wife, Becca, she graduated Central in 21, in the spring of 21. And then
junior in high school then, just thought I should note that.
What a young buck.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
just trying to make you feel old when you're not really that old.
I'm really not that old. I'm only 28. Like only. I know. I'm still in my prime.
This is your prime?
I don't know. Pre-prime?
Yeah.
So like the pre-workout? Then am I gonna what year is the actual workout? I don't know.
Becca graduated.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
So Becca graduated in 21, and a guy by the name of Billy Strother saw me and was like, hey, you should do the master's program here at school. And I was like, hey, you might be right. And so it just didn't work out at that time, and then we moved up to Kirksville, and I began ministry at Countryside in Kirksville in January 22, and I enrolled for the master's program for the fall, and so for the first 2 years of my church working there, I was also working or getting my master's degree here from Central in ministry leadership.
That was pretty easy.
Yeah, no, I would not. I would not recommend trying to start a master's program within the first couple of years of you starting a new ministry.
Yeah, that does sound like a lot.
Yeah, like going back, if I didn't get it then, let's be like, you know what, I think I could get it now because I've been there for almost 4 years.
Yeah.
And so it might be a little bit easier, and I have enough people to like fill in gaps if I need to.
Right. But back then, I mean, how much help did you really have?
Oh, man. I mean, I had a few volunteers for youth group. Sunday mornings I taught the high schoolers, and so a lot of it is just time management, which I'm not very good at. And as we've said multiple times, I can be a squirrel. And so, me and Jim Kilson, the preacher at Countryside, we like to joke that he got his merit badge, Boy Scout stuff with woodworking, and so he's a beaver. And so if he's a beaver, I'm a squirrel, and you're the chipmunk in our little...
I'm the chipmunk?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, now you've upgraded to a squirrel now, but it was a chipmunk whenever...
Is a chipmunk worse?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know, but you're that. That's crazy.
It fits.
Okay.
I don't know. But so yeah, a lot of planning, a lot of organizing, a lot of just different aspects. But man, like I'm thankful that I did it, and it was a lot of fun getting my master's degree and making some connections with people in classes and thinking about how I can apply this stuff to ministry just in Kirksville. Yeah.
Yeah. On the education side, I mean, my biggest drive as a student was, man, I need more education to share with people about God. Because I recognize I don't know a lot. 4 years in, hey, man, I still don't know that much, but I know a little bit more. And I know the way to tell people I don't know a whole lot, right?
Right, yeah.
But man, it has just been amazing learning about God, yes, in Bible school, right, in Bible classes, but building the networks, I'd say, has been the biggest factor.
Yeah,
just really getting to know other members of the body of Christ, and how to interact with that.
Yeah, I would say during my undergrads, so you're in your undergrad right now. When I was doing my undergrad at St. Louis, there was a guy by the name of Brandon Hammond who he's now the preacher at O'Fallon Christian Church in O'Fallon, Missouri.
Everybody's at O'Fallon.
It's true. But he was a youth minister when I was in college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so me and him and a few other core guys from St. Louis, we were working at, we were volunteering at church, whatever else. And I would say I learned a lot more about ministry outside of the classroom. I got a lot of Bible knowledge. Yes. So, Acts, Romans, Isaiah, all these other books, all how to write a lesson, a sermon, whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot of my ministry field knowledge came from outside of the classroom. And a lot of hey, here's how you put this into practice. And here's what a day-to-day can kind of look like in ministry.
Yeah, I mean, because if you're only... Yeah, it's great that you're learning all this stuff. And I'd say it's the same... it's almost the same thing as reading your Bible. It's really great that you're staying in the Word and learning all this. But if that's all you're doing, well, then what's the purpose, right? Is it really even that beneficial? If that's all you're doing... How are you impacting others? You actually need to go put that into practice.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's good to get all this hand knowledge or head knowledge, but if you don't put it to work, right, you're with your hands and like, all right, let's go love on our neighbors outside of these walls, right? You're just not putting it into full use.
Whoa,
I guess.
Wait a minute. I might have something that needs to be put on a t-shirt. Hand knowledge plus head knowledge translates to heart knowledge.
Ooh, that is good.
Yeah, because that's when you really take that stuff to heart, is when you take the stuff from your head, do it with your hands, right? Man, what did I just do? That's the coolest thing I've done in 4 years.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
We might be in trouble. I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, man. And it's really cool looking back and seeing the men and women of who I grew up with and who could really pour into me and just speak life into me and just encourage me. In fact, actually, there's one day that I almost just called it quits on ministry.
Really?
I was in college and I was gonna just quit. I was gonna go work with my grandpa on washers and dryers and whatever else.
Was this the same guy that gave you the box?
Yeah, same grandpa.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, and so he is a very blue-collar kind of guy. Will woke up at 5 a.m, drank a cup of coffee, all that.
No, not
right?
me. I'll have coffee.
I was going to say, what are you drinking there?
But waking up at 5.
Oh, yeah.
No, thank you.
No, you're right. Yeah, so I was going to call it quits. I was going to be like, you know what, I'm done with this. I don't need to do ministry, God, whatever. And my grandma looked at me and she goes, honey, you're not going to quit. Stop acting a fool. I was like,
stop acting a fool.
Pretty much.
Quote it, Grandma.
Yeah, right? I was like, thanks, Mama Barb. Yep, this is great. So she really did pour a lot into me, whatever else. And it's kind of funny whenever, I have a cousin going to be a doctor. I have cousins I have a cousin being a doctor. My sister and my cousin's brothers, my other cousins are all teachers, right? And I'm a youth minister. And whenever my grandma talks to her friends, they love to talk about the doctors and the teachers, and which is all good.
Yeah.
But my grandma also loves to brag about me. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, I was talking to some of the ladies in my Sunday school class, and they were asking about how you and Becca are doing and everything. And I was like, are you bragging on me that I'm a youth minister? And she's like, yeah, a little bit. I'm like, all right, sweet.
Yeah, I mean, what is a youth minister but a teacher and a spiritual doctor?
Hey, big brain.
Thank you.
Oh, cheers to that.
All right, we'll take that. Man, yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm really curious. I've asked you similar questions before, but you're in a really interesting position where you're one, not that old, but you now have been in ministry for a good amount of time. So what is one thing that you would... I've got two questions.
Okay.
One of the most important things that you would say about doing youth ministry.
Ooh, okay.
And one thing that you would have told Brendan 5 years ago about the importance of ministry.
Oh, jeez. All right, so the importance of youth ministry or just ministry?
Yeah.
Okay, importance of ministry.
And then something that younger Brendan needed, like someone my age.
Okay. And so something I would have told myself, like just graduating Bible college, right? Because you're graduating this May, right?
Yeah.
Correct? Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
While he thinks on this, we have an ad from our sponsor, 8 o'clock coffee.
8 o'clock coffee. Ooh, I got my coffee from the Gathering Grounds up in Kirksville.
Well, I get up at 8. I don't get up at 5. I don't drink no 5 o'clock coffee.
Don't you have class at 8?
8:30.
Oh, okay.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of
Plenty of time.
Yeah. So, man, important thing about ministry. So a big ministry philosophy that I have is that you cannot do ministry alone.
Yeah.
A lot of that comes from whenever Jesus sent out his disciples. He didn't send them out one by one. He sent them out in pairs.
Yeah.
Right? Studying the book of Acts, we see Peter and John go out through Jerusalem and everything, right?
Wow.
Paul had Barnabas, he had Timothy, he had Silas, he had all sorts of people. I could be wrong on the Silas one, but Titus.
I'm not a Bible college. I don't know.
I don't know either. Man. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That's really good.
There's so many names in the Bible.
I feel like there's way too many. Don't even get me started with the genealogies. But, man, that goes against our world today with, I think, the message of men. You need to do it all alone.
Right.
And you can't be great unless you're building up yourself alone, by yourself.
Right. Also, a big thing is, yeah. So, grew up in a blue-collar family, right? A lot of it is pick yourself up by your bootstraps, keep going, whatever else. Kind of like the American dream in a way, too.
Right.
Like, men don't cry, whatever.
Yeah.
But a lot that I've learned recently is that, no, man, you need your band of brothers. You need these guys in your life to, like, build you up, to pour into you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would say a big ministry philosophy or a big important thing is if you're doing ministry, you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
Ministry can be a lonely world. It can be draining. It can be exhausting. But when you don't do it alone, it can be rewarding. You have some people to build up with you and whatever else. So, we have a pretty core group of volunteers at Countryside for youth.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
We got you, we got Clay, you got Becca, Mama Nance, you got Emily, who man, also you really never know the connections you'll make in ministry because like Emily, she was in junior high when I was in college. But her home church is O'Fallon Christian Church in O'Fallon, Missouri.
What?
So I've known her since she was in junior high.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and how God orchestrated the whole, like, her going to school at Truman State, and then I moved to Kirksville, I'm working at Countryside, right?
Yeah.
Her mom was so ecstatic, just like, I can't wait for you to be there, and whatever else, and, like, called Brandon, and who was one of my references, and like, I have to tell Emily that Brendan will be there, and like, everything.
Dude, what?
Yeah. And apparently, I don't remember this, but Emily can tell you verbatim what I did and said and everything. That the first Sunday that she walked in church, I saw her. I said, Emily, it's so great to see you. You're a youth volunteer now.
Hey, don't surprise me. I like to say, hey, yeah, it's a small world, but really it's just the same kingdom.
It really is.
Yeah.
And so, man, it's wild, the impacts that you can make with people, the impacts that you can just share, and how God can just bring people back into your life that you never, I don't want to say never remembered, but like who you don't think you'll run into again, right? We were at church one day, and I was greeting some people by the front door, and I had a former youth kid from O'Fallon walk up to me and be like, hey, you're Brendan. I'm like, what?
How long ago was this?
It was a few weeks ago. We were having a church meal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was there.
Yeah? Okay.
Was I there? Because I think I remember you telling me. Yeah.
Yeah, so this kid named Andrew, who's also going to Bible college up in Canada.
They have Bible colleges in Canada?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
it's not just Missouri?
No. I've heard they have some Bible colleges in other states.
Wow. Very interesting.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, so he's going to school up in Canada. But anyways,
wow.
He walked in. He was like, "Hey, man, you're Brendan." I was like, "Yeah." Yeah. Okay. And he's like, "Hey, my name's Andrew. You were my junior high small group leader." What? I'm sorry.
Okay, if you say so.
Right. And this kid, kids change. People look different, whatever. I did not recognize this kid. He does not look the same like he did in junior high. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is so weird. Like,
yeah.
He drove all the way up to Kirksville, Missouri because Emily's sister told him I was here. Like, oh man, I got to go see Brendan before I go to Bible college. Like, yeah. So him and his dad drive up to Kirksville from O'Fallon.
How long were you this guy's minister?
I was a small group leader for a year. Just, like, 1 year.
What?
Well, my senior year of Bible college.
That's crazy. And he was like, oh, I'll drive all the way to go see this random guy I only knew for a year.
Yeah. So it's like if one of your junior high boys, 6 years from now,
oh my gosh,
goes and visits you at a church you're working at, is a youth minister, like, hey, you're Matt. I'm like, huh? Like,
if Logan comes up to me and says, hey, you're Matt, I'll be like, I'm immediately throwing Logan in the baptismal. Yeah.
That's fair.
He's already been this close on a few occasions. But yeah.
That kid, I absolutely love that student. I had the privilege of baptizing him last summer.
Wow.
24. And I almost dropped him in the baptismal because it was a little slippery, and I was like, oh no, and he was like, you about dropped me. I was like, I did that on purpose.
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so man, you never know the impact that you'll have on students, and so yeah, never do ministry alone. That's a really big thing.
Yeah. The enemy works really well in isolation.
Very true.
Yeah.
Oh, very, very true. And so then something I would tell younger Brendan, man, one, it'll be okay. It'll be all right. Two, stay strong with Jesus. Abide in Jesus a lot. That's been a huge thing in 2025 for Brendan. Like John 15, just Jesus, like, abide in me and I in you. Like, I am the vine, you're the branches. I've really seen that fruit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, like I need to do a better job at this. And so
when things get hard for me, sometimes I ponder, well, maybe I should just turn away from God. I'm like, that is the stupidest thing you can do in difficult times.
Yep. I just Sunday night we just talked about, Gideon.
Yeah.
And Gideon had doubts. Gideon wanted. He was like, God, are you sure that I'm supposed to send how many men to battle? Whittled down 32,000 to like what, 300?
300, dude. Huh?
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah. So if he would have said, well, God, I'm gonna go with my 32,000. Well, they probably wouldn't have won.
Right. So it's kind of funny. Yeah. Like I just imagine Gideon being like, wait, pause. God, are you sure you want me to bring 300 people?
Real talk, real quick. God pulls him around the corner. What are we doing here?
Reminds me of, Peter, whenever he goes to Jesus and he's like,
dude,
Jesus, what are you doing, dude? And he's like, get behind me, Satan. And
the audacity, bro.
Oh.
I can't say that on camera. Never mind.
I think you can. Oh, well.
I was going to say the cojones on Peter for... Yeah.
Beering can cut that up in post if he can't say it.
I hope he doesn't, yeah.
Well, also, sorry for sniffling a lot, Beering, whenever you watch this back.
Yeah, he's going to cut out all your sniffles.
That's going to be like half of the stuff.
Yeah.
It's okay. Anytime we say something silly, we'll just sniffle and he'll cut it out.
Yeah. Man, that's so real, though.
Yeah. And so, one, it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
God's got it. Two, abide in Jesus. Like, that relationship with ministry is a lot. One of the things I heard at a summer conference at CIY a couple years ago was that youth ministers, your kids don't need to see you have the best programs. They don't need to see you have the best message ever. They don't need to see you have the best games prepared and whatever else.
Yeah.
They need to see their youth minister abiding at the feet of Jesus and resting in Jesus. And I was like, whew.
Wow.
Okay. really, and another reaction I had was like, all right, bud, listen, you didn't have to call me out like that in front of all these kids. Yeah. We could have just gotten coffee about this. Come on. Seriously. Bro. But once again, one of those God moments of like, hey, listen.
Were there any students who like elbowed you in the side during that? I thought, hey, he's talking about you.
No, I'm pretty sure my wife did.
Okay, that makes sense.
And one of my volunteers who were there. They're like, hey, listen. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, highlighted that, underlined that in my Bible, whatever else.
God likes to do that a lot through sermons and messages. Just, call us out.
It really does. And then, man, another big thing about youth ministry that I've learned is like, youth ministry looks different no matter where you go. And so, every other Wednesday we get to hang out with Logan, right? It's been a blast. We go get Sonic sometimes. We build Legos. And ministry looks different than anywhere else.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me like, why do I have so many Legos in my office? I'm like, honestly, great ministry tool.
I saw that this last Sunday. I saw the reason. We all met in your office for a small group, and everybody grabbed some Legos and was, for the most part, tuned in.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Until they're like, Brendan, I broke it. I'm like, oh, bro.
Okay. I'm about to break you if you don't listen to this message.
Anyways.
Man,
but
yeah. Is this Sonic Sunday?
Huh?
Is this a Sonic Wednesday?
Sonic Wednesday? Yeah. So
okay, I'll have to find it. I'll have to make it then.
Yeah. So we'll make it work. That's why we'll figure something out. We can talk more about that after this. But yeah, and so man, ministry has been a lot of fun. And then going back to the school stuff, man, like we kind of have like a legacy at Central going on now. Like so Becca's parents. They went to school here.
I think I did know that. I just forgot.
Right. They actually went to school at Jim. And
my gosh.
Yeah. So Jim was
Who did Jim not go to school with? Seriously. This guy knows everybody.
Went to school with Moses. Went to school with Abraham Lincoln.
For real. Oh, yeah, that guy. He was in my kindergarten class. Like, what the world, Jim?
Dude.
Jim Kilson. Oh, my goodness.
I want to find... really, what we could probably do is have him go through his Facebook friends and like, all right, who all do you know? Who all have you met and had a conversation with? Yeah. And all that. But anyways.
He probably has multiple Facebook accounts to just, man.
Actually, his original Facebook actually got hacked one time, and he can't get into it anymore. Sweet. And so he had to make a new one, and he lost a lot of friends because they wouldn't re-add another account. Because they're like, oh, this is a scam or something. But really, it's Jim's second profile is actually his. Yeah. His first profile is like hacked by somebody. I don't know. And then, so anyways.
He's too old to figure out how to get it back.
Oh.
But don't fire me, Jim.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to watch this.
He might watch this.
He's probably right outside that window.
He probably is.
Man, when bringing this up, just talking about Jim and you right here, I'm just reminded of one of the most important things I would tell people is that you need to find mentors. Yeah. Like being under both you and Jim at the same time, not only has it been really cool having two mentors at the same place, you both have different perspectives and you both feed into me in different ways. And it's honestly been super cool, especially my senior years. I'm about to go out. So that'd be my biggest encouragement.
Yeah. What are some big things that you learned really you've only been in this internship for a couple months.
Yeah. Well, you've really taught me time management, not just on a professional, practical level, but also I've really learned that time management really impacts your spiritual life as well, because you almost have to force yourself, it feels like sometimes, to make room for God. And when you learn time management and that discipline, you're almost more disciplined in your spiritual life. I've also learned, this is probably one of the biggest things, is tough situations with students. How do I navigate that?
Yeah.
And what's the best ways to lead into those things on the spot? I've really learned some ways in that. And oftentimes it's just been, I don't know how to answer that. Let's find the answer together in Scripture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of power in saying, I don't know. Let's work on it together.
Yeah. Because you could leave it at, I don't know. And you're telling the truth. But without that follow-up, what good are you doing the student?
Right. And so, we've worked through a lot of stuff with students. And, even with Logan, he wanted to get baptized. And I was like, okay, let's talk about baptism. When we were talking about it, we were working through it. And then the semester ended. And then we never really followed up. and whatever else. And so then he went to the junior high week at church camp at SCCA, and he was like, hey, Brendan, I still want to get baptized. And I was like, let's do it. You know, you've sat on this for a few months, you've prayed about it, you talked about it, whatever else. And so it's really cool seeing that fruit. And then whenever you build that relationship, you know, like whenever you have to, I don't want to say getting on to a student, but like reminding them of the leader that they can be. Like there is that, okay, this guy's poured into me, this guy has loved on me whenever I've been ridiculous. Yeah, okay.
I've had to do that a couple times already too, and yeah, it's not been easy. Right?
And so, you know, and then, man, I have some funny stories of like students looking at me and they're like, oh, so there was a situation at youth group one night, these boys were wrestling, and I just like football coached, yelled like, stop, like knock it off, whatever. Yeah. And one of the boys was like, Brendan's just messing around, and Logan was like, no, he's not. We need to, stop talking right now. We're like, kind of thing. And then the other, so that happened last semester. Fast forward to just a couple weeks ago, one of the boys was being distracted, whatever else, and I just kind of like stopped in the middle of the lesson, and I stared at him. And it was like that spiritual older brother, uncle, whatever. Yeah. Like, oh shoot, I'm sorry. And he like sank into his seat. And the kid who was joking about me being joking, the kid who was like, Brendan's just joking, leaned over to the student and was like, hey, I think Brendan's being serious. And I was like, whoo. Oh. And it took a lot of me not to laugh at that, because I was like, that is hilarious. But,
yeah, that is funny.
So, yeah, student ministry, man, it's also knowing when to have those fun, serious moments. And I remind students of that all the time. Like, hey, I love having fun. I love being goofy. We just had a Nerf war. We just had this or that or whatever. Yeah. Right now is the time of, hey, we're going to read God's word.
I've got to pull up this Bible verse.
Uh-oh.
Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I think so. We are at a Bible college talking about ministry and working with Jesus. So.
This has been one of my biggest verses in doing ministry in general, specifically youth ministry.
Okay.
1 Thessalonians 2:8. Because we loved you so much, we were delighted to share with you not only the gospel of God, but our lives as well. It's like, as youth leaders, as people ministering to the youth, we share with them the gospel.
Oh, yeah.
We give them these teachings. But as a part of that, because we love them so much, we share our lives with them as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're with these kids like almost half the week.
Really? Yeah. Cheering for kids at soccer games or football or basketball, whatever. There's one student, Lee, who is playing soccer. I absolutely love the boy. Yeah. Lee Huddy. And I'm like, Lee, my boy, like all the time. And we've built this relationship, whatever else.
Yeah.
And his parents, I love his parents. They're amazing. And we were at a game, and, they're asking me questions about soccer. I roughly know a little bit, whatever else. Really, our friend Clay could tell us a lot more about soccer.
Yeah.
He is the soccer guy. In fact, some students have called him the soccer ball.
He does. He is about as big as one. Yeah.
Oh. But so then, they're talking to me, whatever else, and Lee absolutely just drops his shoulder into a kid and knocks him out. And usually, youth ministers probably don't condone violence or whatever else, and I don't really condone violence, but I was like, yeah, Lee, let's go! And I was like, oh, wait, sorry. I gotta be professional. But I definitely hyped him up after that happened. It's like, dude, you absolutely rocked the socks off of him, dude. Let's go! And he's like, I know I did. I like, yes.
He's like, yeah, say it again.
Say it again, Brendan. From the top ropes. What? No. And so, man, youth ministry is, teaching students about Jesus, and that verse really does fit perfectly of like sharing life. Some of my students we usually do a Sonic Sunday, and now it's mainly for my volunteers to come over, get some slushies, some drinks, whatever else, and hang out, just share life.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I'll be there this Sunday for Sonic Sunday.
You better be.
I have to be.
You do.
I'm staying at your house.
Yeah, exactly. We have a big planning meeting next Monday. Yeah. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Honestly, one of my favorite days of the whole year.
Really?
We do. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I get to do that.
I love looking at the whole calendar and just plugging in some stuff and knowing like, okay, we're gonna do these things as a church. We're gonna, have these events. We're gonna have these things going on, and we're gonna love people like Jesus does. But so Sonic Sunday, we have some students, and one day we just bought like a bag of chicken nuggets, like full bag chicken nuggets.
Okay.
From Aldi.
Right.
Goated, truly.
Yeah.
And some volunteers and 2 or 3 high schoolers went through the entire bag of chicken nuggets in one setting.
Aldi chicken nuggets isn't like 25. It's like
a 50 count, maybe even 100. I don't know. I don't know how many's in a bag. I'd have to look. But all these chicken nuggets gone in one night. And so we go to the next day, whatever else. We usually have elders meetings on Mondays, and the elders are like, "Hey man, like how are you doing? How are you being are you being encouraged? Are you feeling full? You know, whatever." And honestly, great group of elders that we have at Countryside.
Right.
And one of the guys, his daughter, was one of the students who ate all these chicken nuggets. And he goes, "So how's everything going with the youth ministry?" I was like, "Great." I was like, "We just had Sonic Sunday. We went through an entire bag of chicken nuggets." And he goes, "Was my kid there?" I go, "Yes, sir, she was." And he goes, "Do I need to reimburse you chicken nuggets? Do I need to buy you bags of chicken nuggets now?"
He's going to mail you a few chicken nuggets.
Right? I was like, no, that's really okay, whatever else. Well, then that happened last semester or some other time. Well, then this past Sunday, we had Sonic Sunday. And the same guy has multiple kids. His older one, who was also going to Central, also graduating this year, Rachel.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rachel.
Okay, like, so, wait, who is this?
Yeah, right. So Leah ate a whole bag of chicken nuggets. Mike was like, "Hey, do I need to reimburse you?"
I'm making fun of her.
Oh, please do.
Next time I see her.
Leah, darling? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Rachel comes over, and she gets some, like, chicken fries or chicken nuggets or something like that. And I said, "Man, Rachel, maybe your dad does need to reimburse me chicken nuggets."
And she knew about all that?
Oh, yeah, she knew about all of it. She's like, "Hey, now." Okay.
Hey, now.
But, so it was a lot of fun. It was,
yeah.
It's a lot of fun sharing life together and just, like,
yeah.
I love doing it outside of the walls of church.
And that's almost when things can be most impactful. It
really is, because, I mean, growing up, like, my youth ministers invited me to their house all the time. Like, Josh and his wife, Hannah, they got me on this whole coffee thing. Like, she worked at a coffee shop in college, and she was like, "Hey, I can make you a latte." And I was like,
they're
"What's
who to
that?"
blame for your addiction.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm going to send this to Josh and be like, "You need to listen to this certain point, and then you can really know."
Yeah. The rest of the video, don't need to listen to. Just
yeah,
this one
Josh,
point.
don't listen to no.
Yeah.
But really, like, I learned a lot from him. He didn't fit the mold of a typical youth minister. We would make fun of him because, like, Southern Illinois are a bunch of blue-collar guys, whatever else, and boot-cut jeans and polos or T-shirts and working on the farm or, working with their hands. And Josh comes in with, like, skinny jeans.
Was he a skinny guy?
He was a skinny guy. He was pretty small. But we're like, "What is happening?" What? And so, anyways, we were also part of a core youth group for him, whatever else. And so, God called him out to Utah to plant a church with his brother and do ministry out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he still out there?
No, he's not. Sadly, the church had to close, and so, yeah. But I got to do a mission.
I'm going on a mission trip to Utah
this
year.
Again?
Yeah, again.
Nice.
We're going back.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Well, I mean, I went out on a mission trip to Utah my junior year of high school.
Yeah.
It was Josh, Hannah, my friends Julie and Brian, so like the core 3 youth kids for him.
Yeah.
Again. In a 15-passenger van. We all had our own rows. And so,
that's luxury.
Yeah, it really was. We were just laying out whatever else. And so that was a lot of fun. Yeah. And did a mission trip, came back. Man, I was like, we were on fire for Jesus kind of thing. It was awesome. And then, he left, and I remember, like, crying because I was like, "Oh, man, I was so close with this dude. Like, what the heck?" And then Matt came, and I'm close with Matt still. We chat every so often about ministry, about life. And we just get to pour into each other a little bit. And so they poured into me and went to their house, whatever else. It was kind of funny because Matt ended up renting the same house that Josh did. And so, like, he invited me over and he shot me his address. I go, "I know where you live." He was like, "What?"
Yeah.
It's like, I'm on my way. But yeah, so Matt and Sierra, man, poured into me a lot, helped him out with VBS and lock-ins and whatever else. And
lock-ins.
Dude, oh gosh. Yeah, we're doing another lock-in at Countryside.
I'm just glad I'm not going to be doing that. Glad I don't have to do that as an intern, right? Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Sorry.
I might have to go take a nap somewhere secret in the church.
My office doesn't count a secret. Dang it. I know. Well, anyways, and so, man, just, that's when I really noticed, like, oh, like, youth ministry is more than just working on a lesson or a sermon or whatever.
Yeah.
It's doing life with these students and, like, pouring into them.
Yeah.
And then the more I learned about ministry is also, like, youth ministry is not just youth ministry, but it's parent ministry.
Right.
Too.
Youth and family. Yeah.
Right. And so, like, we're unofficial, but, like, Jim's like, your job title is going to change. You're not just a youth minister, but, like, youth and family or something like that. And I was like, okay. But, like, okay. It's true. Like, I do pour a lot into families at the church, you know. Mm-hmm. And so it's been really fun relating to students. And then me and my wife are also foster parents.
Right.
And so, you know, having kids roughly the same age as some people who are 10 years older than me, 12, 15 years older than me only, you know. And they're like, oh, man, like, my kid did this. I'm like, oh, yours is going through that same phase? Me too. Like, oh, it's the worst, and whatever, you know. Yeah. And so it's been a lot of fun. But, yeah, youth ministry it's also family ministry. It's getting to know parents. It's going over to eat at their house and going to their kids' games, because a lot of parents will notice. If the kid doesn't notice you go into a sporting event, the parents will. The parents are going to see, like, oh, this guy or girl is taking time out of their time as a youth minister and going to my kids' sporting events. Yeah. And then it's been a lot of fun. And so, like, October is Pastor Appreciation Month, right?
I've really enjoyed the benefits of that. Eating all your pastor appreciation goodies.
Dude, so many sweets. I told somebody at the church, I was like, yeah, I really got to, like, watch how many sweets I, like, take in, whatever now. And they're like, you chose a awful time. Yeah. Because, you know, October's Pastor Appreciation Month, and a lot of people make chocolate chip cookies or cake or whatever. November's Thanksgiving. Then you roll into Christmas time. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'll eat all of it. It's okay.
There we go. Give it to the college kids whose metabolisms are still running on overdrive. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so youth ministry is, man, it's a whirlwind. It's a challenge. There are some days where you just feel beat up. Like Sunday, I had to teach Sunday school and teach on Sunday night. Monday rolled around and I was like, I am exhausted.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm like, I'm wiped. And so, but I would also encourage any young youth minister, be picky on their churches. And by that, I mean, really get to know the elders and the preacher, because I was at a church in Texas. I was at a church in southern Missouri, and I was obviously at Countryside. I've seen some really great leadership. I've seen some really bad leadership. I've experienced both.
So almost attend the church for a while first before.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that necessarily. I would say, like, so if you're looking at a job, a youth ministry job, you know, really get to, like, dive into those deeper questions with the elders or the senior minister or the senior minister, because the first 3 years at Countryside, it was a spiritual, like, pastoral, like, healing season, you know, and the guy there was like, hey, like, not all churches are bad. Not all leadership is bad. All the elders at Countryside, Doug, Rick, Mike, Brad, Lee's dad was a former elder. Oh, wow. Yeah, he just stepped down. He's been doing it for years, and so he needs a break, and he needed rest. And I was like, do it, man. You know, they've really poured into me and Becca, and so they've really just invited us over to their house, have opened up the doors. We've drank coffee. We've shed some tears with them. We've had plenty of laughs. Rick and Lisa's family considers us family now. Really? Yeah, and so that's really fun. And, like, yeah, it's been a blast. It's been cool, man. And, you know, your senior minister, if senior ministers, you know, they have a lot on their plate. So do youth ministers. So do worship and children's and everybody in between. Yeah, we get to be friends with them. Like, hey, if you're struggling, let them know. And if there's not some accountability, if it doesn't go both ways, like, you know, maybe that's not the best place, you know, right. Or if he's not willing to pour into you and, you know, kind of just, like, keep a tab of everything wrong against you, like, probably not the best place, right? You know, Jim and I have a pretty good relationship. I usually roll my office chair into his office Monday mornings, and we chat before a staff meeting. We're like, how's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? How are you doing today? How's your walk with Jesus going? Mm-hmm. You know, hey, I have a ministry question. Okay, what's up? Kind of thing. And so,
yeah, because it's really that life aspect.
Yeah.
Of that.
Oh, yeah. You have to do life together. You have to share life together to really build that friendship and that relationship between staff members too.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's been a whirlwind. It's been a journey. Something else came up to mind, but it just escaped me. We'll blame the squirrels.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Our enemies.
Mm-hmm. Truly. Yeah. Man.
Yeah. Youth ministry is quickly becoming a very big passion of mine too. So
good. I'm glad.
I'm loving it.
You know, and don't get me wrong, there are some days where it is rough. It is tough. But what I would encourage any youth minister to do, wherever they are, is, find a group of other ministers in your town, different churches, whatever. Yeah. Go get coffee together. I told you and Beering about Tuesday mornings from like 9:30 to 10:30. Me, Jim, Hunter, who's in charge of K-Life up in Kirksville, a parachurch, Sean, who's at a New Hope, Donnie, who's at a church in Brashear, and a guy named Tim Hodges, who's at a church north of town a little bit. We meet together on Tuesday mornings, get some coffee, share some laughs, shed some tears maybe, whatever else, pray together, and it's been a pretty big highlight of my week. And so I usually block off Tuesday mornings, like that time slot, for that specific reason, because I'm like, I need this. I need this encouragement. So.
Because a calling, just like a relationship, isn't always about feelings and passion. It's a commitment.
Right.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
Yeah. Oh, I remember the other thing.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, right. I don't know what time we're at here.
What time?
Oh, wow.
What is it?
It's almost 12:30.
Okay, I've got class soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, real quick, another big thing about ministry is, like, if you can get plugged in substitute teaching, if the senior minister and leaderships are okay with it, oh, yeah. I made some really good impacts with students of, like,
really?
Hey, I know this guy's a Christian, or, getting plugged in with FCA and people see me and they're like, wait, that's Mr. B. Like, I know that guy. He's a sub.
Is he? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I know you're about to ask.
Yeah.
But yeah, so getting plugged in with substitute teaching, do it. And the elder leaders in church are okay with it, whatever else. But, like, man, I've gotten to talk to teachers. We've built relationships with teachers. Kirksville went through, like, a loss of a student one time, and I just went and got limeades for the principals at the high school. And
so it's not just a substitute. It's like being a school minister almost.
Almost, yeah.
Wow.
It's been a lot of fun. And so a lot of teachers are like...
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, right? There was a couple things happening, whatever else, and teachers were like, almost like, oh, you're a minister? Blah, let me spill my guts. I'm like, oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Youth ministry, man, don't do it alone. Find a core group of friends to do ministry with together, and, just do life with students. So.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, it's been a good chat.
It's been a good chat.
Yeah, so... Just one question while we're leaving here is
so to wrap things up, and 3, 2, 1, go.